What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Traybills checking in, and I know a lot of y'all right now are confused on what's going on, and I'm going to do all the explaining. As y'all see by the title, this is a reaction video. However, being that I uploaded this reaction video on this channel, I decided to do a disclaimer before the video started. So I wanted to say that a lot of y'all been wondering what was going on between me and Chris, because I haven't really spoken about any of it publicly. You know what I mean? I've tried to refrain from it because I just didn't want to, you know, blur too many more lines that had already been blurred. You feel me? So I say all that to say I've reached out to Chris privately on multiple occasions, multiple times. And now I'm doing it publicly because I wanted you guys to understand that, you know, I'm not ignoring Chris. I haven't been ignoring Chris. I just wanted to make sure that everybody was on the same page and that we would be on the same page if, you know, we ever revamp this channel. So that's why, out of respect to Chris, I decided not to upload any videos on this channel. I decided to just let it, you know, sit, and hopefully we come back to this channel. So this is my public statement to Chris, basically saying, you know, bro, it's 2020. Let's put all the nonsense and the BS behind. I know that, you know, you may have felt like I've wronged you on different occasions, and, you know, we don't see eye to eye on different things, but, you know, it's just simple miscommunication. So I say all that to say I don't have any beef with you. I don't have any hard feelings towards you. If anything, you know, I've already tried to reach out to you, so you know how I feel. You know, this is not something that's just for the camera. You know, it's genuine because I've tried to reach out to you privately. But being that, you know, sometimes people need their time to think and space, I have allowed that. But I didn't want this channel to just continue to sit and die out. So I apologize to all the supporters that were part of Cloud of Atlanta and Christian Trey, all the supporters that supported us. I apologize for the misunderstandings and the miscommunication that we have had, and you guys had to suffer from the actions that has taken place. But I say all that to say I apologize to you all and to Chris. It's 2020, bro. It's 2020. It's just time for you know, better things. It's a whole nother decade. We shouldn't walk into this decade with, you know, hate and all that. But we're gonna get right into this video. I've done enough talking, man. We're gonna get right into this reaction video. Hopefully you guys enjoy my reaction and understand my point of view and see where I feel. Yeah, so let's just get right into the reaction. This is gonna basically be my reaction to Corey and Carmen's video and her video in one. Like I said, I know Nick and Keem did a video as well, and I applaud them for their maturity as well. But we're gonna go ahead and tap in and see what she has to say.
What's up, guys? Your girl Airi, that cute little brown girl, baby, little taster. And as you can tell by the title, your girl is back in action. Happy New Year's to everybody watching.
Happy New Year's to everybody. You dig?
Over the weekend and over everything that's been happening. I was getting a few tags in a code about Carmen and Corey making a video, kind of like, I guess, addressing everything. I personally, I will not cap to y'all, I have not watched the video. I listened a little bit to the clips that I was like tagged in, and I got a lot of DMs like, Airi, please watch the video, just watch it. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, let me, what's it called? So, me and my reaction, my truth, my whatever, I'm just gonna go ahead and react to the video.
And I'm gonna react to your
video. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notification, hit that thumbs up button, comment down below. Team Airi all day, every day. It's a new year, baby. Sorry, I feel like I'm losing my voice. I feel like I was screaming a lot and stuff yesterday. But yes, so I'm gonna go ahead and start the video. We're gonna get it popping right here. Let's get it started. Yeah. So I'm gonna be standing up. I'm gonna have the video over here on the screen. Like I said, this is my first time watching the video, so I'm gonna go ahead, make sure the sound is up, and we're gonna watch it. I don't want y'all to look as, oh, y'all just bringing up stuff up, y'all just doing it for the cloud or whatever. No.
Man, people gonna say that about y'all. I promise nothing to you wrong. Baby girl, you know that he was wrong. I'll always be your backbone.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop it right there. Because I don't want to get copyrighted. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds like
That man Corey need to get in the booth. We need to get in the booth. Corey, stop running from the booth. Let's lock in, my nigga.
Okay.
Stop running from it. Let me put my charger on for the God.
So welcome back to our channel. We are back with another video, and you know we got a little explaining to do something that we just want to get out on our shoulders, right? Alright. What's going on, man? How you doing?
You said get it off his
You know that man be having speech impediment problems sometimes.
It's so crazy.
It's all good though.
This is okay. It's crazy because like they don't look different. And when I say look different, like in this video, they look like the people I met. Not
they do like the people we met when we first started. You feel me?
Had met at the time in this video.
Yeah, fast.
I don't know, y'all. What y'all think is so hard?
Welcome back to our channel. Thanks for coming back. If you're new to the channel, come in. We are doing a giveaway on our family channel. Also, $5,000 giveaway. So if you got to participate.
Is he saying $500 or 500,000? Comment down below what you think. Cause I think I'm hearing 500. 500,000 is a steep price, bro.
So doing a $10,000 giveaway. Choosing 10 people.
If you throwing 5,000, nigga, I need in on that too. You feel me?
Just gonna surprise y'all with
500,000. Sheesh.
We're gonna do it just yet because like I'm gonna catch people off guard so I can know who really been supporting us. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people be faking, so we really wanna like give to someone who really been supporting us. So to participate in that, all you have to do is just follow us on all our social medias if you have them: Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. They all down below in the description. And also, guys, you know, make sure the main thing, subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications bell on there. Make sure you comment a lot so that we can see your comments because we'll be like choosing.
Yeah, go ahead and skip that. You know your boy like to be talking. That boy Jqcg And
Airi, Deer, the Jqcg And Gang, everybody. We just gonna get this off our chest. I see, and what made me do this video is DDG, and then I see Pretty Brother do it, and like it's mature. You know, a lot of people might look at it like, dang, whatever y'all might call it, whatever y'all want to call it, because y'all know the internet nowadays is so sensitive, and y'all just like to make everything positive, negative. You know, y'all take a positive situation and turn it to a negative situation. But you know, we go ahead.
Okay, so far I know the video hasn't really actually started because they you know doing an intro and things like that. But that is true. It is hard to like make certain decisions and do stuff. And so a lot of people are like, oh, they don't even care about what we think. But it's like sometimes it's really hard. Like y'all, you don't know what's gonna happen. Sometimes people.
you don't know what people's intentions is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you really don't.
It's hard to tell true intentions sometimes.
So, the fact that, you know, everybody maturing now, you know, we're trying to go into 2020, everybody trying to eat, everybody trying to win, be successful, you know, we're not trying to go into 2020 with no bad burden with anybody. So, since, you know, I feel like, in fact, being wrong, we already started this on camera. But like in the video we have to anybody, but we decided to go ahead and make a video and bring it to the public since the negative shit happened on the public. Okay, so we'll get straight to it. We wanna first we're gonna start. Well, I wanna start first with Carmen. I just got this on the right. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, look at him trying to look. I'm gonna start off with Carmen. Look, I know what you trying to do, Mr. Man. Get him some buns. Mr. Pritchett, we on you. Mr. Pritchett showing up. That's respected though, G.
So it just seemed like it's just for the camera. I respect it. Apologize to her. We have been working on each other. We have became much better. We are like very happy in our relationship. Like, how about you?
Yeah, I feel like everything that we went through just kind of helped us to get to where we at right now.
Yeah, exactly. Like
that's what relationships do to you, baby. You just got to want it.
Trying to learn from it. So, and also, we have a documentary coming out called The Real True Love Story.
This nigga writing biographies.
It's gonna be very deep.
Yeah, this man funny, bro. If you know Corey, bro, you know this man is funny. This man is literally a comedian for real every day of his life.
A lot of things that happen between us in our relationship, a lot. So stay tuned. over there for the shit. I would definitely love that. And the reason we are doing a documentary of our true love story is because that we are a young couple. We are not perfect. We go through a lot. We have been through a lot. And I just feel like it'd be so helpful to a lot of other young couples to, you know, watch it and see what we went through and to see like how far we have.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop right there. So I know this has nothing to do with me, but as you guys know, from, you know, some of you guys seeing me, you know, publicizing like my relationship and everything like that, I feel like it's really good to kind of share your story sometimes.
And I'm gonna pause right there. I don't agree with putting out your relationship status on social media, because the simple fact that like social media has this way of twisting, turning, and pulling the truth out of situations. You feel me? So what I'm saying is like basically like I don't agree with putting all your like, because us as YouTubers, we already share a lot of our lives with you guys on social media. When it comes to private things like relationships, that is real life situations, like I feel like those situations should be handled off camera and off social media, because social media don't have love like for like people on social media are trolling, right? So if there are people on there to specifically troll and specifically say whatever they can to break up your relationship and the happiness that you have with somebody, why put it on social media? Doesn't make sense, you know what I'm saying? So I honestly don't agree with that. I feel like when you're dealing with someone with a relationship, go to that person or go to counseling or go to some therapy. You know what I'm saying? Don't seek the social media's help. Seek help from the social media, because you know what I'm saying? Social media is not always going to give you the best advice. It's social media. People love drama. People love negativity. People love to see people fighting. People love drama, BS. Like, people love seeing that. So why give them that entertainment when, if that's something that you really want, like your relationship, then fight for it privately and off of social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, I personally, I have my faults in when I went to social media about different things, but I try my best to keep my emotions and feelings off of social media, you know what I'm saying? So we leaving that in 2019, 2020, we not doing that, you feel me?
You know, sometimes people don't need to know your story, but I feel like it's good to share your story sometimes.
You don't need to know it at all.
You don't know who you're helping. You
can help people,
you really don't know who,
but they don't need to know your story, bro.
And a lot of people growing up, I would never.
You can give people good advice, but just telling them your story, like, come on, man. It's doing the most. Social media,
you know
come
what
on,
I'm saying?
man.
So I feel like, okay, this is okay.
And how much we have grown from our mistakes, and you know we didn't give up on each other, so it's real like deep, and I feel like we're gonna have a lot of relationships, so stay tuned for that. But back on farming, I apologize to Carmen. I want to apologize to all my supporters that looked up to me. You know, that I let y'all down with all the mistakes I made in 2019, and you know, I've been becoming a better person over time. I'm proud of myself. And, you know, I love Corey to death. I love you guys to death. I love my kids to death. Like, I just want to make sure that everybody can see that I am truly sorry for my mistakes or whatever. Now, the reason why we brought the Prince family into this, man, because, like, everything we do, somebody break them up. Like, they like, between you and Prince family, are y'all going to be cool? Are y'all cool? Are y'all going to become best friends? Like, you know, it's just a lot. Like, everything we do, they just bring them up. And it get annoying sometimes. You know, like,
I know how that feels.
We all know how it feels.
No, I don't want to talk about this. If I ain't say nothing,
y'all always try to compare.
you brush your teeth. They brush their teeth today too.
It's me, other YouTubers out here.
Do y'all understand? Let me say something a little bit.
They don't
y'all
understand
that there's a million YouTubers in the YouTube community that we know that's posted on the Shade Room team. Let's just use that. That's where everybody goes to when they're trying to find YouTube tea or stuff like that about the young. You know what I'm saying? But there's a whole other community for the, you know, there's a million other communities, the gaming, the beauty, you know what I'm saying? Our community is mainly like our bloggers and people like that, but our bloggers and people like that. But there's literally people out there, there's so much stuff, you know what I'm saying? There's the dog community of YouTube. Like, there's so many different things, and it's like, I just don't understand how people keep trying to compare people and where you at, our views, our subscribers, our this, our that. I like, if everybody's happy, if nobody's complaining, and if people are complaining but they trying, and if people are trying, you know, aren't trying but complaining, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop trying to compare people.
Honestly, people never really gonna be, you know, grateful. It's always gonna be a comparison, because in life, in the life that we live, in the social media world, the YouTube community, whatever you want to call it, like, it's always a competition. Somebody wants to do better than what you're doing. You feel me? So it's like, you know, it's always gonna be that. It's always gonna be some type of competition. So it's always gonna be some type of comparison. Trey got this, so what do they have over here? Or what do, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do Johnny down the street got that Trey don't got? Or what do Trey got that Johnny down the street don't have? It's always gonna be a comparison, you feel me? I just feel like us as YouTubers in this YouTube community need to just come together and stick together. Like, we can make so much more content and creative content if we come together and we work, you feel me? Like, that's all it is. I mean, we all doing the same thing, basically. You feel me? Like, we all basically doing the same thing. It's just basically you know what I'm saying? You help me, I help you. I help you, you help me. Like, it's not that hard. And I just feel like that's the biggest problem in the YouTube community is pride. You feel me? Like, and I'm saying it myself to any YouTuber, if you're watching this right now, to any YouTuber that wants to work, whether you have, it doesn't matter the numbers of subscribers, if you're willing to work and you're serious about YouTube or serious about what you're trying to do in the YouTube community, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up on Instagram, Trey MFN Bills. You can hit me up on Twitter, Traybills. You can hit me up on TikTok, Traybills. Whatever you gotta do to hit me up and tell me you want to work. You feel me? And let me know, like, yo, I'm serious about what I'm trying to do, and we can get it in. You feel me? Like, that go for anybody. Traybills said it. If you want to work, let's get it in. It's 2020. We ain't got time to be out here playing, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like I was so aggravated when everybody kept comparing, you know, the girls, Carmen and me, to me when it came down to our hair colors. First of all, it's a hair color, okay? True. The girls did not wake up and go, I invented this color, I'm gonna be the one to rock it, because Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, everybody have their colors and everything before us. You know, and a lot of things that y'all don't
Nicki
know,
Minaj.
everything kind of turned out. You know what I'm saying? We were friends at one point. You know what I'm saying? There were conversations like, oh, girl, when I get some money, I want to do this color. Oh, girl, da-da-da. I want my birthday to be like this. We talked about these things.
No cap. They had a lot of girl talk in the house. No cap. It was a lot of girl talk.
All these things were talked about.
A lot of girl talk.
Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Music. They were all talked about. So it's not a surprise. Oh,
she ain't lying.
They would be like music. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the house did music except for the girls, Nick and Carmen. You know what I'm saying? It was mentioned, oh, she do a little something. Everybody did. It was, you know what I'm saying? I just don't like how everybody kept comparing us, comparing our sounds, comparing our numbers, comparing all these things when we not comparing them. You know, at least I haven't. You know, I'm proud of everybody in their success right now. Everybody has
Me too.
Seasons, you know? But I just didn't understand. That was really irritating when people did that. Like, oh, you know, I just never understood. It's like y'all wanted to put us against each other, but then we're upset that we weren't with each other. Then when we got with each other, it was, oh, we're all fake. I would never. And I'm just, you know what I'm saying? It's just.
And that's why I say you shouldn't go to social media with, you know, what is going on and what problems that are being faced, especially with Jqcg, because we were such a, like, in my opinion, we were a dominant group. Like, we really had a lot of great energy and a lot of great moments, and we shared a lot of good moments with each other. So I felt like we should have just, everybody should have just respected each other and had that hash it out personally. You feel me? Face to face instead of the social media, because now it's like you split the whole support system. You feel me? Like, when you go on there and you start trying to air out somebody, you split in the support system in which we all shared. You know what I'm saying? So it to me, it never made sense, but being that it happened, and we just moving on from it. So that's just my opinion. But I never wanted it to go down like this. You feel me? Like, that's why I didn't speak out about it. But, you know, hey, the chips fell where they fell, so.
Okay.
And y'all just chose to keep comparing us with each other. We got like 4 different people, you know what I'm saying? 2 different couples. But everybody that do know the situation that went on with us, y'all know what happened. Y'all see both sides. Y'all believe whatever side y'all want to believe. All we know, we told y'all the exact truth what happened. And you know, everything, a lot of things that was said at the end, it just wasn't the truth. You know what I'm saying? We know that for a fact. We was involved in it. You guys wasn't. Y'all wasn't there. Y'all don't know what happened. Y'all don't know how it happened. Y'all don't know nothing. Y'all just going on what y'all hear. Y'all heard.
And what y'all seen.
Think y'all see.
We told y'all nothing but the truth. We never lied on them. We never tried to do it back. In no shape or form. We just told y'all exactly what happened. But unfortunately, like, you know, a lot of was a set that we told the truth. And you know one thing about the generation,
I don't know why
a lot of people can't take the truth. Y'all hate the truth.
Can't take the Alabama out of that, boy.
They support Ohio, and y'all hear the truth and support the truth.
Country.
So that being said, it's really old. We don't really care about it no more. Like, so we wanted to say to them, we're not apologizing for nothing because we wasn't in the wrong. So I'm not trying to say that in a mean way. Like, we don't have no reason to apologize. Right now, what I'm doing is set my difference to the side to let you guys know that and let them know that I don't have nothing against them anymore. Like, I'm not even mad about the situation. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when everything first happened, it was just the fact that what was said that I knew wasn't true. It kind of made me mad, got me heated, and which anybody would be like. It happened with family. Like, I need you guys to come.
You know, one thing I really hate, and I hate to keep stopping this, but I don't want to just watch it because he's not talking about me just yet. But like, I'm just gonna let it play. I'm gonna let it play, and then I'm gonna say what I want to say. I'm gonna let it play, and I'm gonna say what I say. Dang, how I get this from there?
Y'all family members argue. Like, y'all see y'all family member get into a fight, or y'all family member argue. They say things that they know they don't mean. Like, I hate you. I hope this happened to you. You this, you that. They air their business out. Like, cause my family done it plenty of times, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys' family have done it. It's just like that, you know. People become close or whatever. Sometimes, you know, things happen. Y'all get into it. Things are said that shouldn't have been said. That wasn't meant.
All my sisters up yesterday.
Most talk it out.
My
They don't want to talk no more. They don't be friends no more. It's all up to you how mature you are or how deep it went. And with us, I mean, they did say some things that was off the wall, they crossed the line, but you know, we just gonna be the bigger ones, be mature about the situation, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna look back at it, laugh at it. It's all good, you know. I'm not saying that, oh, they cool now, whatever, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? We don't know how it will turn out. We just go with the flow. We don't force nothing, we just go with the flow. Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, I'm not even mad about the situation no more. You know, things were said, you know what I'm saying? I can look at it like they probably was mad and they try to just use whatever they can to protect their image. Understandable, but the only thing I will say to them that next time, if y'all ever in that situation, never try to hurt somebody's character with a lie. Yeah. Especially when you have millions of people watching you and millions of people that.
Now that's true. I feel like, okay, all right, and you know what I'm saying, I'm not going too deep in this, you know, but my whole thing is that everybody in this YouTube community knows somebody to get in contact with the person that you're having a problem with, okay? And I feel like to prevent a lot of these issues, if you're angry at somebody, when your mom makes you mad and does whatever, you don't make a video about your mom. But when your friend makes you mad and they in the same field and they known or something, then you gotta make a video about it. And then you gotta come for them, and then you gotta come spread a lie just because you're angry. And now it doesn't matter if people believe the lie or not. It has been put out in the universe. So there's going to take one person who's going to take that lie and then, you know what I'm saying, tell another person, and now they slightly thinking this. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, Airi, you know what I'm saying? She sniffed everybody's keys. What? You know what I'm saying? These are the things. These are the things that nobody wants to talk about. You know what I'm saying? You can't say these things. You know what I'm saying? Even speaking, you know what I'm saying? I know that y'all probably don't want to hear it, but even speaking back to my mom, everybody could have got in contact in some way or sort, but everything happens for a reason because it taught everybody a lot. You know what I'm saying? It taught everybody a lot. Same thing for both parties. I just believe that, like, for any upcoming YouTubers, any people in the industry already, please be careful with your tongue because you don't know who you're hurting. You know what I'm saying? The best revenge is your paper. You want to boss up on somebody, boss up.
And I agree, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be careful with, you know, the things that you say to people because your tongue is powerful. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand how powerful their words are to people, you know what I'm saying? And how powerful their words are to the universe. You feel me? Like, it's deeper than you. You know what I'm saying? When you put something out into the universe, it can happen. You know what I'm saying? So just be careful when you saying things, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you never know what that can do. You feel me? Like, just be careful. That's something that I always tell myself. And even when I'm upset, I'd rather not speak on stuff because I speak out of anger. And you know what I'm saying? When you speak out of anger, you may say something that you don't necessarily mean, but being that you're angry, you said it. So now you don't put that into the universe, and who knows if it'll come around. You know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say, just be careful.
Leave them in the dust, you know what I'm saying? But you don't have to drag them down, because I believe in karma, and I believe God always takes care of his children. And I feel like it may not come through you. That's why I try not to do the things that I do, because I don't want anybody to do that to my son, because it may not come back in my life, but my son's life or my grandkids' life. And I just don't, like, if I just do right, they gonna be right, you know what I'm saying? And so that's what I have to say, y'all. Please don't go hurting people because you're hurt. Deal with your hurt, heal from your hurt, move on, you know what I'm saying? And if you want to hurt people, you know what I'm saying? Not that it's okay, but you don't have to, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, and I've been a person who has made a video and came for somebody, and you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I wasn't saying no lies, but you know what I'm saying? I did speak out of turn. Do that make sense? And so, you know, but I understand. Telling your truth and telling your truth is one thing, you know what I'm saying? But telling your truth and throwing a lie in there,
it's a whole nother thing. To make yourself look better.
It's not enough unless they lie. Oh yeah, she slapped me with an iron. Okay. Never was there. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand those things. Please protect your energy, guys. Please love others how you want to be loved, and love others how you want your children, your friend, your sister, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your cousin to be loved.
Don't understand what they're on, or they just believe anything that comes out your mouth. Don't never try to destroy somebody's character with a lie. Like, that's like the lowest you can get.
Tell your truth if you got to, but don't say no lie.
Whatever. And
I'm telling my truth. My truth.
Hey, it was the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You did. But you don't go nowhere and destroy somebody with a lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they really had hurt karma with some of the things that they said, and this is my wife. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna ride for her regardless. I don't care, especially when somebody coming at
I don't even know the situation that happened.
Long story short, man, it ain't even about what happened to Mo. I'm just saying, like, we actually forgive them for the shit that they said. You know, the things that they try to do. We actually forgive them. Like, life's too short to be holding grudges to somebody. I never hold grudges. Like, I'll be mad at you 1 minute and I'll forget about it and go on my business.
In the same way.
It is what it is. So, to the Prince family, you know, we forgive them. We're not even really tripping on it no more. It's old. We can leave it in the we can leave it in 2019. We got like 2-3 more days of this year. We can leave it in 2019. You know, if they want to go into 2020 feeling the same way, that's them. You know, but me, Carmen, we don't care about it no more.
I just don't know. I don't know what happened, so I'm not going to speak on it.
Yeah, I don't know what happened either.
Just over there. We all can put that shit to the side, laugh at it, and make money together. That's all it is. That's what it's about, man. You know, everybody being successful. I just want to see everybody win. That's it. So how you really feel about everything?
That boy done chatted up the whole video.
You ate like the whole day after you basically said everything.
I mean, that's for me. You know what I'm saying? I spoke on me. I'm not speaking on you. You know what I'm saying?
How I feel is the same way. Like I said, we talked about it off campus already, and I feel like we probably could have handled the situation in a better way. Maybe we could have handled it off camera, but I feel like what got us more mad still was the fact that they try to play the victim, we'll say. And I understand they have to make lies and make, you know, stories just for them to look good. But I feel like that's when things kind of went wrong, because once me and Corey did the videos we had to do, it was more like, all right, we got, you know, outside the story out. You know, it is what it is. But when they, you know, made the video and you were just like a whole bunch of just pointing fingers at us, it was more like, okay, I see what they're trying to do now. But, you know, I apologize at the moment that I have to apologize. So I feel like I don't have to keep apologizing for something that I already apologized. They either take it or they don't. You see what I'm saying? So it then becomes I feel like I don't have nothing to apologize about. So I just want us, you know, if we go to 2020, I want us to just, you know, just be in like good terms, because at the end of the day, this is a small world.
It is.
Like, even if we're in a big city, it's still a small world.
Don't know who's connected to who.
See them in store something, and we don't want her to be awkward. That's what I'm saying. But other than that, if I was to come on camera and talk about it, I want y'all to know that what happened was real. It was not no fake beef or anything, because that's what I always say. I'm like, what if we make a video all four of us? People probably going to take us as a joke, like, oh yeah, just did it for clown or whatever. But everything was actually real. It was just like, the story wasn't real. You do everything for clown. I mean, it is
That boy Corey look.
But 2020 is more about positive vibes, good energy, no hate towards nobody. I don't have nothing against them at all. I don't have a reason to, kind of look at them and hate on them. I don't have no reason for that. But other than that, I'm good on the situation. Like, the situation being old, and we still old, and we don't want to go into 2020 with an old situation. So that's how we kind of just want to leave everything behind us. And that's how I feel about it.
And also, guys, so I also want to say, everybody was always hitting up with what's going on with the Just Crazy Cloud game. I did speak on this a while back. It just ain't happened just yet. But that whole Just Crazy Cloud game, nobody not holding grudges anymore. Not that I know of, Y'all already know me, Carmen, Nikki King, all of us on good terms. Y'all already know that me, Trey, Chris, all of us on good terms. The only person we haven't talked to is Airi. That's the only person we haven't really but the fact that she with Trey, she would talk to her. But I just want Airi to know that, I don't have nothing against Airi. I never did have nothing against Airi at all.
We never came to her sideways or anything.
I mean, I feel like she probably thought that, did respect.
Because of her mom.
Yeah, when it came to her mom, she probably, nah, I don't know how they, handle the situation with my mom. But me and Carmen and Janae, all of us,
we get the face.
We still, all of us on good terms. Like, it ain't no bad vibes, nobody at this point. You feel me? So, to Airi, just so you'll know, I'm pretty sure that somebody will take this clip, that you know that we're gonna have, and people like, why y'all hit up? We might just have to hit her up, you know what I'm saying? But, I'm just saying, to the public, for all our supporters, to let you guys know that we don't have nothing against Airi, nobody. So
I feel like it's more about us being mature in every situation.
Yeah,
that's why we're speaking on the Prince Diamond and the old group. So therefore, y'all, first, I don't want y'all to look as, y'all just bringing old stuff up, y'all just doing it for the cloud or whatever. No.
People gonna say.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop it right there because now we're talking about me. So this is how I personally feel, and I'm saying this with no hate in my heart, no anger, no shade. It's 2020. It's a new year. Everybody wants to make money. This whole group, I don't care what nobody say, we made money together. And not even the money. Take the money away. We made memories together. There were times where y'all, you know what I'm saying, people were giving me my massages after my surgery. There were times where things were going on in the house and that's all we had was each other. And sometimes it was things going on in the house where all we was fighting with each other. You know what I'm saying? But it was a family. It was a system. So I feel like
I'm gonna go ahead and stop her real quick because I want to go ahead and say how I felt about that too. And we just really 24 minutes in the video, but I want to say that basically I agree with what she said. Like, it was times where, all we had was each other because we all moved out to Houston together. You feel me? Well, I know we, me, Neek, King, Carmen, and Corey, and Chris, we all moved down to Houston together. So when we moved down there, we went down there on the mindset that we got each other regardless of what goes on. If you need something, I got you. You feel me? You scratch my back, I scratch yours. So when we finally met Airi, it was just like, we got you too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you inducted to the family because that's how we was looking at everybody. Everybody was looking at each other as a family because we were making such a huge step into moving into a whole nother state that nobody had family in except for Airi at the moment. But everyone else didn't have family out there, so it was really us. So we was depending on each other. So I agree 100% with what she said. It was like we was at war with each other, and we was really willing to go to war with anybody else over each other. You know what I'm saying? So
personally, you know what I'm saying, I feel offended because I don't like how everybody came for my mom when knowing the situation, and I like how you know what I'm saying, the people that Carmen and Corey, they're not lying. They did speak with my mom, and that's more personal than mine to say what kind of.
And everybody didn't come at her mom now, because I didn't.
You know what I'm saying? Some smiles,
you feel me?
Like
Just wanted to put that out there. Y'all already know that.
Understood that if everybody can sit here and say, oh, well, it was mainly with, you know what I'm saying, this person, and I know that person is connected to this person, why nobody tried to talk to me? And that's what really made me mad about the whole situation. Nobody tried to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, Neek messaged me and we talked. And I'm not talking about reason, I'm talking about when all this first started. And then I made my video and apparently she got offended because, you know what I'm saying? She got offended as if I was talking about her. And I was talking about the whole situation. But she was not the only person who texted me because I was going to drop a video. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying she texted me because I was going to drop a video. And when she stated that, it was like, you know, I'm not going to I don't respect her as a woman. You know what I'm saying? F the A, F the J, and just, you know what I'm saying? It's stuff like that that I just didn't understand, because out of everybody, me and the girls had some type of relationship. Rather, if it was I was hanging out with Carmen or I hanging out with me, we had a relationship, and I didn't understand why nobody called me. Like, and I can't speak on Nick and King because, you know what I'm saying, that, you know what I'm saying, they're doing their thing. But for Carmen and Corey, who have made it known constantly, like, oh, we're just trying to do things right. You know, I have spoken to Trey. He told me a little bit, and all I kept thinking and saying was, why didn't nobody call me? You know, before situations happened, I had the same number. Before then,
well, I can honestly say I feel like they felt more comfortable with calling me because I was like the mediator. Like I've always been the person, if I had an issue with anybody in the house, or if anybody I felt did me wrong, or if there was any animosity in the house, I would try to bring it together. Like, yo, okay, look, I've noticed that, you know, this type of energy is going on, let's fix it. You feel me? Like, let's go outside, let's talk about it. I know for a fact, and the males can tell you, every male in that house can tell you that I pulled multiple males to the side, like everybody that was in the house to the side if I had an issue with them, or if I felt like they had an issue with me, like, yo, what's going on? Like, let's talk about it. You feel me? Like, because I always wanted to keep that open line of communication for people that I was living with and people that I entrusted with my safety, being that we all stay in the same house. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to make sure that everything was always 100 and everybody was always on the same page, being that it was so many of us in the house. You know what I'm saying? It was so many different personalities and emotions and feelings. And at the time, you know, we had Neek being pregnant and Carmen being pregnant, and you got to deal with, then you had, you know, Corey being, you know, the husband of Carmen. He's trying to deal with her emotions, so his emotions everywhere. And the same thing with King. So it was always, you know, somebody, you feel me, like we was always trying to keep that open line of communication for how people felt, because it was so much on everybody's plate. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had different responsibilities in the house that they were trying to take care of. So I started to say, you know, it was a lot going on, but, you know, being the Airi speaking about how she felt, I just felt like I should have spoke on how I felt, because, you know, a lot of the video, I mean, most of it was addressing Airi, but being that I've been so quiet about this whole situation, I just felt like, being that she's spoken out, I wanted to speak out as well and let my side of the story be known, and how, you know, I was kind of like, I was like Malcolm in the middle, you feel me? Like, because I rock with Nick and King and Carmen and Corey, but then it was tension, and Chris as well, but then it was tension with, you know, Janae. And with me and Airi's situation, what it was just, you know, I regardless, that was, you know, Airi is my girl, so I had to ride with whatever was going on with Airi and her mom. So it was a lot of miscommunication and a lot of misunderstandings in this whole situation, in which I hate that happened, because I was trying to keep everybody together. I was just in the middle, like, no, come on, hold it together, yo, hold it together. And it was just like so much going on. But, you know, being that we here and that's the past, you know, I'm happy that everybody's able to mature and put how they feel out there on the table. So, you know,
thank Instagram. Why didn't anybody call me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just didn't understand that. Like, hey, Airi, can we talk to you? You know what I'm saying? And my thing is for everybody in the house, especially because if y'all see how me and Corey's relationship was, or even me and King's relationship, you can come talk to me, and I'm not a confrontational person. You know, if we by ourselves, we talking, because I've been with everybody in the house by myself before. So I just didn't understand why nobody comes to me like, Airi, I'm just let you know, I'm about to drop this video, and I hope you don't feel offended. Or I see your video, Airi, why the F would you say that? Let's argue. But it's like we was only talking on camera. Years, you know what I'm saying? A year or so went by and nobody reached out to me, nothing. It was just F Airi, as if, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that the group, Crazy Clock Gang, knew each other before I got with it. But it was like, we met each other, we clicked, and then we moved into a house with each other 2 weeks later.
You did?
Yes, that was fast, but then look how drastically our lives changed. And all I'm saying is, I just wanted a phone call. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my thing. As my mom's daughter, just as my mom, when you talking to her, if I'm feeling some way, my mom can talk me down like, Airi, you know, Carmen and Corey are saying this. And I'm like, da 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 da. Or it could be, Mom, no, Carmen and Corey are saying this. You see what I'm saying? I just don't, you know, if I have a problem, or even when the situation happened, my mom was talking to their parents, you know, and I just feel like, why didn't the kids or the, you know, the young adults come talk to each other? I just didn't understand that. We've been in way worse situations where it from physical to just yelling to just hurting feelings to just not speaking to each other, literally walking in, you know what I'm saying? I just didn't understand why nobody was like, dang, you know, I had a relationship with her. Let me try and say something. I just didn't understand that. You know, hey, Ari, I want to see you more. Hey, Ari, you're moving funny. Hey, Ari, I'm just assuming that it looks like this. You know, but all of us were so prideful at the time, I feel like. And I know probably people are like, well, why didn't you reach out? But if you look at the situation, I'm like, everybody came from my mama. My mama. This is the woman who pushed me out. Whether she was right or wrong, this person came from my mama. But if we had some type of friendship, some type of bond, some type of relationship, I'm expecting people to call me. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know, I just don't understand that. And when I did get phone calls, it wasn't to talk to me. It was yelling. And I didn't understand that. Hey, Ari, you know, I just didn't understand. I had conversations with Chris before things had got bad, and me and him had a little understanding, and things went a different way. But it's okay to yell back and forth with each other. But the internet and them taking these pieces and twisting it and flipping it, I just didn't understand. It wasn't fair. It wasn't fair at all, because we came up together. I was with these people every day. Like, I don't think people understand. All we were doing was going to the Galleria, coming back home.
Or Katie Mills. Or Katie Mills. Can't forget about that Katie Mills.
That wasn't fake. You know, it was some moments where, you know, you wouldn't know that two people was beefing, but they stayed away from each other doing the lives, doing the videos, or they wouldn't be in the video. But nothing was fake about the bonds on my end.
Or mom's.
You know?
Or
and
mom's.
that's what my whole thing was. I just feel like it could have been like Ari, I'm just really mad. Or, hey, Ari, don't tell your mom. Hey, Ari, I'm not telling King. Hey, Ari, I'm not telling Corey. Or, hey, Ari, I'm not telling Carmen. Hey, Ari, I'm not telling me. Can we meet and talk? Okay. You know what I'm saying? And then we would have met and talked. I just feel like all the efforts from Trey to DC to Chris, every effort to rekindle those relationships were put in, but not when it came to me. It was just like, oh, and you know what I'm saying? And I don't like that, you know? And I feel like, and I'm not saying this like I'm still angry. I was just upset at that time, and I feel like it just ended up, you know what I'm saying? It was just like bringing them up. I'm like, they don't want to be friends with me. They want the old brew bag before Aries, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So that was my whole thing. I just feel like, I just wish somebody would have called me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've been a good friend to them. Even after all the drama, I never went behind their backs and told their business for stuff that I did know, stuff that I seen, stuff that I observed, stuff that I saw, stuff that they told me. I never betrayed that trust with anybody. And anybody who's on YouTube that I've ever been in close encounters with, I've never said anything. From, if you never texted me back, if you never linked with me, if you linked with that person and they don't mess with me, so you stop messing with me, I've never aired out anybody's business or anything, even when everybody was hurting me and hurting somebody that I love so much, which is my mom. You know, I was quiet. Then I say something, and then it was like, oh, that Ari for real. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute, hold up, pause it, break it back. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted everything to work. You know what I'm saying? All right, so y'all want to move business? Let's move on some business. Let's make this money. All right, you know how to do this. Like, these are the same people who taught me, who was doing my makeup and doing my hair.
Same people who taught me how to edit.
You know what I'm saying? These are the same
how to
people
shoot.
who was giving me rides when I didn't have money to get a rental. Or when I was getting a rental. These are the same people who was telling me about the deals. These are the same people I was telling about the deals. These are the same people that we would sit in the house and watch movies. These are the same people I was in the, you know what I'm saying? I was like going to the studio with me. These are the same people where it was like, hey y'all, I'm going to LA tomorrow. This is a big thing for me. Please be there for me. These are the same people that we was out to dinner and I was telling them when I had got signed. These are the same people who watched my music video in awe. You know what I'm saying? It was just so happy for me. These are the same people whose videos I watched. These are the same people who taught me how to take a picture of this. These are the same people who took my pictures and helped me with stuff. The same people who helped me come up with the challenges when it came to dancing. The same people who I was rubbing bellies when they were pregnant. These were my friends. And you know what I'm saying? And of course we had our ups and downs, but I just wish somebody called me. Like, I just feel like it could have been prevented because you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'm not a hot-headed person. We just could have talked, and I just wish they would have called me. Like, and even now, how they even said nobody has yet to call me, and I'm like, I'm not an angry person. You know, I get upset, but me and Corey have had conversations. Hey, Airi, I'm gonna be real. Da, 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 da. And you know what I'm saying? Whatever he's saying to me, he'll go say to whoever else, you know? And I've never been a person that I would say anything that I don't mind hearing back. So if there's an issue, there's an issue. You know what I'm saying? And if there's not an issue, let's talk it out. And if somebody's beefing with this person, beef with this person. When the girls was not getting along with me and one girl wasn't getting along, it was a communication. Like, I just didn't understand why nobody wanted to communicate with me. And so I'm looking at the relationship like, oh, well, this had to be fake. They had to not F with me. You know what I'm saying? So was I wrong? Was like, so I shouldn't want to go back because nobody tried to fix the relationship with me. Everybody want, you know what I'm saying? Everybody called Trey or everybody got on three-way with Trey, but nobody was like, yo, Airi. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm not the problematic one. Like, I don't feel like any of us are the problematic ones. I just don't understand. Like, we were a team, and I just wish that that team effort would have came in when it was like, yo, I talked to Chris. I'm trying to get Chris and Trey back. Dang, baby mama crew. Dang. You know what I'm saying? What happened to Airi, Meek, and King? You know what I'm saying? What happened to Airi, what happened? Like, I had my own relationships. Everybody, Airi and Corey finna argue. You know what I'm saying? What happened to it? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know, Corey, you look like a blueberry. You know what I'm saying? What happened to all of it? It was a system. It was a relationship. Now, the other people, the friends part, we're not talking about them right now. We're talking about the whole group in total. You know, like from our very first video of the who's most likely to now, I just feel like this experience should have been together, even if it was separate. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't understand. And I feel like I've been prideful because maybe I could have called, maybe I could have extended help. But I feel like for me, it was a big fear. Like, I'm gonna reach out and somebody's gonna post me like, oh, look at her. Like, you know what I'm saying? It seems like none of us can have conversations because, oh, they finna record me if I call them. They finna send a screenshot if I do this.
I think everybody was kind of pretty much afraid of that. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that somebody was gonna do some extraness.
I'm a tough girl, you know what I'm saying? But I am a girl and I'm sensitive. And when I've been around people, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I like to have friends. I met these girls when they was pregnant. We never even got a chance to hang out.
Like, that's why
everybody dropped the baby. So it's kind of what's called everything was handled. Like, dang. So that's just how I feel. You know, it's no bad blood for me. It's a new book. Everything happens for me. I learned so much. Just like I've learned from Trey. Like, I've learned so much from them individually and together. I've seen things that, okay, I like that. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I'm looking for this in a friend. Oh, I don't like this in a friend. I've learned so much, like, you know, and I still root for them to win. I don't get angry when people tag me in their pictures like, oh, look at what she's doing. I'm like, she look good. Period. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody leveling up.
I like that. What's that? We talked about this. You know what I'm saying? These are my friends. Despite the things that they're accomplishing now, we talked about it together. I can't wait to get a house. I want to bathroom like this. I can't wait to get my teeth done. I want, oh, for real? Me too. Look at mine. We talked about this. So I don't have no bad blood to Meek and King. You know what I'm saying? I wish things were different. I wish we could have talked it out. I wish we could have yelled it out off camera, face to face, because we did it before. I just wish this time it was like a, you know, I'm not upset with I just wish things were different. I just wish you guys would have called me and talked to me, you know, and said how you felt about the situation. And I feel like, unless I'm wrong about myself, I feel like I would have been understanding, you know, but I don't know. I don't have no bad blood with them. I wish them all the best.
You know, all that just like, oh, they look like them just, I call them people just lame and boring. Like, honestly, like, people are always trying to make something that's positive negative. Like, it never happened. So, you know, I'm not even studying. Me personally, I don't give a fuck what nobody else got to say about what we doing, like, how we feel. Like, this is genuine, this is, nothing gonna cut. Like, I really do low-key miss the old group, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was watching some of the old throwback videos on YouTube, man. And I gotta say, we had a good time. I don't care what I said. We've been through a lot. It was things that went on in that house that you guys don't know to this day, but besides all the bullshit, like we were like a family, you know, so we was go arguing and all that, but we had a good time, man, you know what I'm saying? We all came up together, like I was looking back like how young we looked at, man, you know, and you know, I'm gonna do something for y'all. I'm gonna get everybody together, and I'm gonna go get everybody together. I don't care if y'all come to my house, sitting here, or somewhere in the living room, and we're gonna put up some old videos on TV, and we're gonna react to them.
Well, I feel like the main person you need to work on first
is Chris
and Trey.
Yeah, but I gotta make sure Chris and Trey get back there. I don't know if they still talking now. That's why we haven't got together yet, because we were trying, every time I hit Chris up, we're like, Chris, hey man, we need to do talk to Trey. So he never responded to that.
My point exactly. You feel me? Like I reached out to him, you know what I'm saying, and I've let it known that I don't have any problems with him. And you know what I'm saying, in 2020 I didn't want to keep holding on to past events, you know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to be a clean slate with just about everybody. And you know what I'm saying, it's just like, you know, if you don't get a response, what do? You feel me? So that's why I said I wanted to come publicly and let it be known that I don't have an issue with Chris. I just wish things didn't go as far as they did, but being that they did, I'm trying to leave it in the past and I'm trying to move ahead. So with that being said, that's just where I'm at with it. I don't have any issues with him, and I've been let go the animosity or whatever, however I was feeling towards him go. I've been let that go. I mean, I just feel like with being older and growing up, you gotta be able to let stuff go, man. You can't let stuff harvest on your chest because you'll never be able to succeed that way.
Keep going out like this, man. So,
we're just saying, talk it out, because we don't know where we have to be to them.
Yeah, you know.
We just want everybody to be just a good time. So if we sit in the room, we can all talk, all laugh, and I just feel awkward or kind of start throwing shit at each other and nothing like that.
So stay tuned for that. You feel me? We're gonna try to get all that put together. You know, 2020. I just want 2020 to be a year that we all reunite. We all continue to eat. We all continue to win. We all continue to put smiles on our faces, motivate y'all. And I just want 2020 to be like a good year. So
yeah, be better than 2019.
Yeah, because right now everybody looks like they're doing good, and that's a good thing. You know, I'm proud of everybody from our group because like we really like came in it together and we just took off and grew up. So yeah.
Then we went our separate way. We like to see
everybody
doing good.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's it for this video, man. You know, we just want to get up our chest.
That's the main two.
Yeah, that was the main two things. Like, because other than that, we not people with nobody else. We don't have no problem with nobody else. You know, I salute to all the YouTubers. I don't hate on nobody.
So I'm gonna stop it right there because that seems like the end. So as for everybody getting back together, I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like it's all about the energy wise. You know what I'm saying? With Chris and Trey, I can't really speak on it, you know, exactly, you know, but being there during the experience, you know what I'm saying? Trey kind of had my back and I had his back throughout this experience when everybody was kind of like breaking up. It's like going through a breakup. Like, you're going to be upset, you're going to say things that you don't mean, you're going to go through emotions that you never feel like you could go through. And I just feel like...
I had your back, girl.
I feel like everybody will be able to get back together if everybody sat down and had a real conversation. And I mean, the conversation would have to be so real with no yelling. It would have to be so real, like, and you would have to be okay for people to feel how they feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I just feel like, and I don't want to say I feel left out, you know what I'm saying, because I feel, you know what I'm saying, I feel like we, you know, but I just feel like, for me personally, I would want to talk to everybody individually by themselves. You know what I'm saying? I would, one, have to speak, you know, I don't want to be the one in my family, you know, so I just want to make sure that it's a all around, you know, and I'm saying not, oh, come to my mom's house, you know, but what I'm saying is that, you know, that's the person that I love. So if these are going to be people that I reconnect with and I get married or I go do this and I do that, I don't want it to be awkward if my mom happens to be there or my mom can't come or they can't come because they can't be in the same room. I just want it to be fair and comfortable for everybody. And I feel like I'm really proud of what everybody said.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right there. I feel like we've got a gist of what Airi was talking about in her video. Again, I am so proud of everybody that has stepped up to the plate and, you know, said what they were wrong at, things that they felt uncomfortable about. I'm just waiting for the link up at this point. I'm waiting for the reunitement. I'm down for the reunitement. I've been down for the reunitement. I've been thought that we should have reunited, but everything happens at its own pace, its own time. So I just had to sit back and watch as the chips unfolded, or whatever you want to call it. But I'm totally down. I've always been down. But I just feel like she said, everybody needs to talk individually, and we need to have a discussion where everybody sits down like a red table talk, where everybody sits down and we put the problems out. Nobody's yelling. Everybody is adults. Everybody has matured at this point. Everybody has, you know what I'm saying, said they didn't want to let everything go, leave it in the past in 2020. So I feel like we should be able to have a good adult conversation about everything that's going on, and you know, things that we want and the things that we don't want, and the things that we like and the things that we didn't like. You know what I'm saying? And everybody just respect everybody's boundaries. So I honestly, my reaction, because I mean, a lot of people just, they would really, this video was kind of, but all videos was kind of, you know, wanted to know what Airi felt or whatever, because you know, Airi is part of Jqcg. She's the J in Jqcg. So she is also she plays a big major role in the group coming back together. So hopefully, you know, we can get everybody on the same page. As for me and Chris, again, I'm going to state it again. I don't have a problem with you, Chris. If you're watching this video, I don't have a problem with you. And again, I'm extending myself to you to say that, yo, I don't have a problem if you want to sit down and talk like men, sit down with no camera, nothing like that, and just hash out whatever problems that we having, or the problems that you have with me. I don't have a problem with you, but any problems that you have with me, we can sit down and talk about it, and you know, we can handle it like two grown men and move on past it. But I say all that to say, I'm proud of everybody's accomplishments. I'm proud of how far everybody's come. I do nothing but smile when I see, you know, they post the things that they've reached in their lives, the things that success has been able to bring into their lives, and the babies. You know, Uncle Bill misses them, you feel me? Uncle Bill's missed them, you feel me? Uncle Bill's missed, you know, Kaiser and, you know, baby CJ, and you know, we was there for them around these times, so those were a part of us as well. So I just wanted to make sure I was touching all topics. But you know, again, to the Just Crazy Cloud gang, I love each and every single last one of y'all. We all came up together, and I wish that, you know, I wish everybody in the group nothing but success. I hope that we can come together with a, you know, with a mutual understanding, a mutual agreement on what's next. And to all the supporters that have been rocking with us and that has been supporting all of us, I love you guys as well, and you know, continue to please support and pray for us, and hopefully we can get this journey and this show back rolling, you know what I'm saying, because it was a lot of memories that we shared, a lot of great times. But I'm not going to do too much talking. I've done a lot of talking. We've watched the whole video, well, majority of the video, and I'm just happy where everybody is mentally right now, so hopefully we can move on. But this is Traybills. I do this for real. You dig? On that note, on that time, we out of here.
Coming from the game, you know I got the cheat code. Hey, I be chillin' in the club with a bankroll. Hey, watch me throw this money up like a free throw.